less than x is less than 3. Great. On the right-hand side, what's interval number 3 going to be? Oh, come on, guys. Please be awake here. Please try it. Go ahead.
X is going to be greater than 3.
X is greater than 3. So if you take a look, this actually covers our entire domain, because the only thing that's left out is x cannot be -2 and x cannot be 3. Everything else is covered. Now, please be brave and ask where those 3 things came from, because this is the fundamental. We'll do another one of these in a few minutes, okay? So all we did here, though, right, those are the left-hand side came to the left of the first asymptote, the next one's between the 2 asymptotes, and the final one's to the right of the third asymptote. Okay? We could do more, but we'll still do this for now. Okay, as far as f of x, what this is going to be is everything that's inside my function. So for f of x, we have a 3 and x minus 3 and an x plus 2. So what happens is here, I'm going to erase that here. What happened for that was everything in the left-hand column are all the factors of my bracket. We had a 3 in the numerator. We had an x minus 3 in the left-hand side of the denominator and an x plus 2 in the right-hand side of the denominator. Then what we're going to do is we're going to pick random points and see where they lie. Okay? So my victim today is going to be Cole. Cole, what is, Cole, what is your favorite number less than -2, please? Okay, I'll help you then.
It doesn't have a favorite number in the negative.
What's that?
Doesn't have a favorite number in the negative.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It can be -100, -1,000. My favorite number between -2 and 3 is going to be 0. And my favorite number bigger than 3 is going to be 123. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sub, hey guys, please stay with me here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to sub these numbers into each one of these 3 parts and find if the result is positive or negative. Okay? Because again, what we want to know is, all we care about is if the result is positive, the graph's going to be up here. If the result's negative, the graph's going to be down there. That's what we're looking for there. Okay? So if I sub x equals -3 into 3, what's my result? No.
Wait.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Okay. And I said, sorry, let's work together. If that was 3x, that would be. Okay. Because this is just 3, no matter what this value is, this is just going to be positive, positive, positive.
Why would it be positive?
Because 3 is always positive. When x equals 1,000,000, what's 3? 3. Right? If x equals 0, what's 3?
So you're -3, you're subbing it in for 3?
No, I'm subbing it for x.
Oh, so there's no x.
There's no x in but the point is there's no x in this first one, so it just keeps the sign of whatever that is. Okay. Now, sorry for that. Okay. For the next one here, -3. Let's use this for the x minus 3. What's -3 minus 3? -6. -6 is in fact negative. So every number less than -2 will be negative. This part of the equation will be negative. That's what I'm saying. If I pick -18, if I pick -2.1, that's going to be negative. The same thing for the next one, -3. What's -3 plus 2? -1. So this is also going to be negative. No matter what number I pick that is less than -2, this is going to be negative always, and this is going to be negative always.
So how do you find out the numbers?
Yeah. Sorry for these ones here?
No, next.
Well, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose 0, because 0 is in the middle, okay? So what's going to happen is here I'm going to multiply these together. So think of your equation as multiplied. So what's a positive number times a negative number? Great. What's a negative number times a negative number? Great. So overall, this is going to be positive. So the way I'm going to draw a positive graph is just like we saw before. This graph is going to look something funky like that on the left-hand side. So in the first interval, it's going to be positive, so it's going to look like that. Yes, yeah. We'll burn.
So, how are you understanding?
This here, you mean, for these?
Yeah.
Okay, so all I did is here, we're subbing, think of it like a table of values. All we're doing is we're subbing our test point is. We chose our test point because it was less than -2. So -3 is less than -2. So if you plug -3 into 3, well, 3 is just a number.
Yeah.
So you don't have to sub anything in. So then I did negative, just up into here, so negative 3 minus 3 is negative 6.
So it's
Negative, so that's a negative.
Yeah.
The same thing here, negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1, so that's going to be negative. And that'll work for any number less than negative 2. Now we're going to do the same thing for 0. Sorry? Oh, because we're multiplying, right? Because if you think of our original equation, if you think of our original, if you think of our original equation, it's like these are, if this sign's positive, then that sign's negative, and that side negative. Positive times a negative is going to be positive, right? So that's what you're going back to that. Okay, stay with me here, guys, please. When x is equal to, looks like it's going to last. We'll do more of these tomorrow. I'll try one of these for tonight. We'll do more of this tomorrow. If x is 0, can I go here, please? If x is 0, 0 minus 3 should be negative. 0 plus 2 is positive, and I don't know why I changed color there. A positive times a negative times another positive is going to be a negative. Now the tricky thing is, how am I going to draw a negative where every point is negative in this section there? How am I going to draw that? Yeah. Like a negative problem, okay? Because if you take a look here, it has to get as close to this graph, it's going to be negative infinity. It's going to come up here someplace. It's going to again look something like that, which is very cool. It doesn't touch 0.
It touches the y-axis.
That's true, because our only asymptotes here are negative 2 and 3. The reason for this on this graph here it was like that is because for 1 over x, x can't be 0. Right? Like if you have your restrictions, right? So x can't be 0. On these more complicated ones, x just can't be here and can't be here. Okay, let's try the next one. 123 minus 3 is going to be positive. And 123 plus 2 is also going to be positive. So that's going to be positive. The way we're going to draw a positive graph here is going to look something like this. All right, domain and range for this. The domain is going to be x line, x cannot equal negative 2 and 3.
I know what comes with this one.
It doesn't really matter. We're not doing this like a computer graph for this. We just want the general. As you get further in math, right, there'll be certain points that are important, but we just want the general case for this, okay? If you could actually like a table of values like what we just did and find exact points, but for us here, it's more important for the shape of this, okay? Yes, Summer?
For the second one,
Yes.
that's the negative, right?
Yeah.
But isn't that positive on the y-axis? Like about 0?
Well, basically we're saying positive. A positive graph would be above 0 this way, and a negative graph, yeah, doesn't matter left, right. Like the negative, the entire graph is going to be negative. That's what we're saying for this. Yes.
Is that what? Oh, so that's what overall.
Yes, that's overall.
All right.
All right. I'm going to give you guys one of these to try tonight.
Overall just means the whole entire graph.
The whole entire graph. So if it says positive, this whole part is positive. That's the overall positive. This whole part is negative for section 2, and this whole part is positive for section 3. Now this takes a few to practice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you one of these to practice right now or tonight. Okay.
The overall applies to the class.
Yes.
So like it's not okay. That's what I was.
Okay, 'cause it's based on the one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to throw a question for homework for tonight. What we'll do is I will do another one of these tomorrow to make sure life is good. Tomorrow we're going to do a quick lesson on greater than less than signs, okay, because remember you guys asked that before. Wednesday we'll do some word, no, so that's Wednesday. Thursday we'll do some word problems, and then Friday we'll give you the choice assignment and we'll give you guys some justification. Okay? Homework's going to be tonight, one's around. I don't two, no, I'll do one.
Is it 2.3 or 2.3?
2,3. Graph and state restriction, sorry, graph and state domain and range. For f of x equals 2 over
Sorry, you're just throwing in the...
Okay, let's say if I rotate on property. Graph and state domain arrange for 2 over x cubed minus 2x squared minus 9x plus 18. Yes.
X cubed.
Hopefully some people already have to this. One thing at the beginning, but I said it. So the first class has it. You also missed when I said basically your marks are in for your report cards. It's only one test, our test will be until after. So if you're curious where you're going to be at, you want to see, we probably by tomorrow, so everyone's assignments hopefully done by then. Be happy. Class average is excellent. Class average is really good. Class is really good. Class really well. Class. Oh, I just thought you should be happy. We're gonna hit pause on the video and then we'll be back. Let's try this one out. The hint for this one that makes this one more awesome is that there's some awesome. I hope the internet didn't hear you say that. The internet will be disappointed. Well, this is one that has cubics in them, right? So there'll be lots of common factors going on here. Okay, you can do it.